It's Glenn from Glenn'sCarCollection.com. Let me just fix my mirror here. What you're hearing is a 5.2 liter V10 engine. Go, go, go. Naturally aspirated. That's making 630 horsepower. 630, how could that be? Well, the reason is this is an Evo, and this is an all-wheel drive Evo. It's also available in rear drive, and I believe the rear drive version is like 610 horsepower. All right, so of course we got that slow car in front of us. I have the transmission in automatic mode, which I can tell you isn't the best. That's why it's so jerky. We're gonna take it for a spin. I'm gonna give you my first impressions on this car. Then we'll pull over, we'll look at the exterior, interior features, and then we'll drive some curvy roads on the back, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Well, let me compare this to my R8, which is also a V10 engine. Though I have a first gen R8 manual gated V10 shifter, manual shifter, so that's really based on the Gallardo. The latest and greatest R8s are based on this car, the Huracan, and I can tell you a couple things right off the bat. My car doesn't sound anywhere near as good as this car does, so the first thing I'm going to do in the spring with my R8 is get an exhaust. Number two, I'm 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, but I guess I have long legs and big feet. I barely fit in this car, so I have the seat all the way back and all the way angled back, almost gangster, and my head just clears the headliner. There's probably a millimeter between the top of my head and the headliner of this car, so keep that in mind if you're a taller person, an athlete, and you want to fit in this car. Now the low tire light is on. That's erroneous. I just don't know how to reset it. We just put air in the tires because it's 28 degrees today, so it was just kind of like a low tire when they hit 25, and now they're at like whatever they're supposed to be, factory spec, so I just don't know how to shut that light off. We also got a full tank of gas because when I got in it, it had no gas. But this car sounds amazing. Automatic transmission, not that great. Shifting on its own, so we're gonna hit the manual button here, and now we have to do the paddle shifters. The A for automatic went away, and the signaling is tough too. So you signal like the Ferraris, press it to the right to signal. I didn't know how to cancel it. So to cancel it, you actually have to press straight down. Because I kept going left, right, like a BMW driver who didn't know what he was doing. So it shuts off obviously when you make the turn, and then you would just press this center button here to shut it off. Don't touch this because this is your windshield wipers. All right, so let's do some handling here. We can do a little acceleration, probably coming out of this turn. This is way more visceral than my car. There's a reason why this car costs twice what my car costs, because it's insane. Now, I guess you'll get used to the smaller cabin. We just drove Gallardo. Again, both of these cars, thanks to DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey. As for Tim, he's got Lamborghinis, 992, C8 Corvettes, whatever you want. Subscribe to this channel. Get me to 20,000 subscribers. More subscribers I have, the better cars I can review. Like and share, and as always, leave a positive comment below. All right, so this dual clutch is very good in manual mode. I don't like it at all in automatic mode. The shifts are very jerky, the upshifts. It's 1,000 times better than the Gallardo because it's a dual clutch, not a single clutch. But compared to any modern car that you'll drive, it's not very good. But if you drive in a manual, that fixes everything. And I don't even have to lift for these shifts. So it's not that the Gallardo where we have, oh, look at that echo. For the, keeps telling me I have a flat tire, but I don't. I just checked him, I promise. We're gonna signal left here on the stalk. So we're gonna pull up in about 5 minutes. We'll pull over, go over the exterior and interior features, and then we'll take those roads on the way back. See, I can't even see if the light turns green here, so I have to move. I'm looking with my eyes, not the camera, so you probably can't even see when it turns green. We're driving, here we go, green. Now the paddles are affixed to the column, just like a Ferrari. So they are bigger paddles, though you probably can't see them, but they're huge and they're behind the steering wheel. Oh, wow. Oh man, I like it. I like it. So once you hear that sound, like Jeremy Clarkson said, all the other quirks of this car, never saw a mailman make an illegal U-turn. All the quirks of this car go away. I don't care that I don't have any headroom. You know, I don't care that it doesn't shift that well in automatic mode. And this is my favorite color. I think all Lamborghinis should be this color. You can definitely hear this car coming a mile away, and it's 1,000 times better than the Gallardo, but keep in mind it is twice the price. All right, so we're going to signal right here. So pretty much I've gotten used to everything. And how long have I been driving this car? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? All right. Now you want a car to attract attention? This attracts attention. All right, we're going to leave it running, and we'll go outside. I'm going to put it in park, and parking brake, pull up, and now we have our parking brake. All right, so let's see the outside of the car. All right, guys, here she is, one of my dream cars, the Lamborghini Huracan Evo. This is an all-wheel drive model in my favorite color. We got the ceramic brakes and the green calipers. That matches really nicely. I love black wheels, so this could definitely be my perfect spec. Convertible, so you can hear this amazing sound. Now, this car in this color with this sound will certainly attract a lot of attention. So if you want attention, this car is just for you. Look how good that exhaust sounds. That exhaust is just at the right height, so everybody can hear you coming. 5.2 liter V10. The only downside of the convertible, you can't see the engine, just like the C8 Corvette, a lot of other cars. I believe this engine rolls down. This window goes down so you can hear the engine better. And just a fantastic, fantastic car. So let's take a look at the interior. Now, probably because the convertible too, I mentioned that the roof line is really low. I'm sure the convertible makes it a little lower than the coupe. All right. So how you fire these up, you got to stop button here. You got reverse, which you pull up, parking brake. So what we'll do is we'll start, this is to drive in manual mode. You got all your switches here, take off your stability controls. Window switches are here, your blinkers. Really nice cockpit, very angled here, and that's why I think you lose some headroom as well. So we press the button to start it with our foot on the brake. Got that amazing sound right off the bat. All your controls are here that you need. Paddle shifters are to the column, not to the steering wheel. So what we're going to do is you could put it in park, which we're in the P. To go in auto mode, we flick the paddle. A means auto, so we're going to drive in automatic right now. But I don't like automatic, so I'm actually going to drive in manual mode, and that just takes the A away. There's no M. Icy road, it's 28 degrees today, so we've got to be careful. Take off the parking brake. This would be our top buttons, and this would be to get that window down. This car has just over 4,000 miles on it. It's for sale today at DCH Acura. All right, so we're going to make a left. We're going to hit the signal here. Watch for this car. And we cancel it by pressing the button down. We're in sport mode. There's Strada, Sport. Then you have racier modes, which we're not going to do because it's too cold out. But we do have all-wheel drive. Summer tires on this all the way, so we can't go too crazy. Try to get some heat in the tires here. We'll upshift to third. Now, we've gone out of two cars today. We did a 992 4S, which for a street car, well, for a sports car, has a pretty soft suspension, so it was very soft on this road. The E63 AMG was very harsh on this road. So the Lamborghini is actually not as bad as you think. It's a stiffer ride, but it's really not too bad. I think the AMG was stiffer. AMG weighs more, so I think that weight, they had to stiffen up the suspension so you don't get all that body roll. All right, so we're going to make a right here. We'll downshift it to second. We're driving in manual mode. It is a dual clutch. We got 630 horsepower with this all-wheel drive Evo. Definitely the Lamborghini in any color attracts attention. Of all the cars I've ever driven, you know, even owning a McLaren, I think the Lamborghini gets the most attention, more than a Ferrari. So if you want attention, here at Echo off those rocks, if you want attention, this is definitely the car for you. And the green, which I think the best color in this car, you'll get a lot of attention for sure. Handling is pretty pretty good. Lamborghini handling has come a long way. I never liked how the Murcielago or the Gallardo handled, but the Huracan actually handles pretty well. So we're going to go in some turns here. It's very good. I wouldn't call it nimble, but it's, I'd say a 488 is more nimble. We'll drop a gear here, and we're going to have a little straightaway here to accelerate. Let's go. The downside is these cars really attract a lot of attention, so we don't want to get any tickets. Great dual clutch, great popping and bang sound when we're done. Ceramic brakes to stop us. Let's fix this mirror. I fixed it before, but then I moved the seat. All right, so we're going to keep it in manual mode just because I'm not a big fan of the automatic mode. Wow, this is definitely, the more I likey, the more I drive, the more I likey. Now, what they always say about my Audi R8 or any R8, it's basically a Lamborghini with a suit on. And it is. My R8 is subdued compared to this car. But what I love, it's got a manual transmission, which is not available on any Huracan. So what I need to do, as soon as the springs, because we're ready in January when I'm filming this, when spring comes, first thing I'm going to do is put an exhaust on my car. This car sounds freaking amazing. Now, the suspension is hard on some of those manhole covers there. And you can't see any traffic light, so I have to bend my head so much. You can't see it here, but I can barely see it if I bend all the way. And it's green. So that's the problem with this car. The downside is it attracts a lot of attention. This is probably the loudest car I've ever driven, that and that RS4 wagon that had straight pipes, so I have to talk, almost yell so you can hear me, and it's going to attract a lot of attention for police. Now, I've driven a lot of exotic cars. Police have never bothered me. I didn't do anything stupid, but just keep in mind, you're ready, kind of, everybody notices you. So a big complaint I had with the McLaren is with exotic car ownership, you know, everybody whips out their phone and films you. So you can't do anything stupid, even if you want to do one acceleration on the highway, because 20 people around you just filmed you doing it. So, but you know what? With the Lamborghini, honestly, I don't think you need to go as fast because the sound's so good. I think to enjoy the McLaren, I had to drive fast, and I don't think I need to with this car. All right, so we're going to put it in automatic mode. So we're going to press manual again, and that brings the A, so now we're in automatic. And let's try to drive in Strada, which will be comfort, and see how it is in everyday driving. But if you have the means to buy this car, you should buy this car, because this car is freaking amazing. When I first got in, it definitely, you have to get used to having no headroom in here, and I think the Spider makes it worse with the amount of headroom and just the quirkiness. I think my battery's dying here, and the quirkiness of the car and everything to that effect. But once you get used to it, and again, how long have I been driving this car? 15 minutes? I'm already used to everything, and I'm having a blast. So if you want to get this Lamborghini or any Lamborghini, Corvette, 992 or newer used Acura, DCH Acura in Verona, New Jersey, hasn't been stocked, just speak to the general manager, Tim. Tell him you saw Glenn's video, and support those that support us, guys. I'm not used to the signals yet, but see, now already put me in 6th gear, and I'm only going 40 miles an hour for gas mileage. Gas mileage on this car is terrible, 13 city, 18 highway. I seriously doubt on this drive that we achieved either one of those figures. And remember, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. Only about 10% of the subscribers hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I post 2 to 3 videos a week. Always look for it at 7 a.m., typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Get me to 20,000 subscribers. Remember to like and comment on every video. The more subscribers I have, the more cool cars I can review. Thanks again for watching, guys. I can't see this light at all, but I'm trying, and I will see you next time.